3, 2, 1.
Yes, sir. Episode 3.
Episode
Dumb Bros,
3.
baby.
This is Dumb Bros, the podcast where truth meets honesty.
Yeah.
I'm Eli. This is my co-host Trey. Today we're going to
Wait
talk
a minute,
about.
Nigga.
Today-
Wait, no, nigga.
Wait.
It's my show. Hey, I hired this nigga.
And today's topic: how to shit while standing up.
Now, in all seriousness, we're gonna start off by honoring somebody for Black History Month. January 14th, I lost a man that was very close to me. His name was Homer Brandon. He's the father of Justin and Jonathan and Homer Brandon Jr. and Melvin Weber, and also me. My biological father was a great dad, but we would bump heads a lot. And we bumped heads so much, I ended up being kicked out of the house. And Mr. Brandon and Mrs. Brandon took me in. If I had not met this man, I don't know where I would be in my life. Rest in peace, Homer Brandon. He served in Vietnam. He had the National Defense Service Medal, Vietnam Service Medal with a Bronze Star, an Air Medal, Infantryman Badge, Army Commendation Medal, and 5 fucking Bronze Stars. 5. He was long-range reconnaissance patrol. And if anybody in the military, especially in the Army, knows that they were the ancestors, the prerequisite to Army Rangers. These motherfuckers would go 30, 40 miles away from the base. It's sometimes 4 to 6 of them alone, and they were always outnumbered 100 to 1. They had like one of the highest death rates ever, even higher than tunnel rats. And he came home. And even as a black man, he read this letter to me that in the 60s in Vietnam, I think it was the CO that was like openly racist. Again, it was the 60s. Mr. Brandon was such a bad motherfucker that his openly racist CO said that he wouldn't have, if it was a battle, he wouldn't have anyone other than Homer Brandon on his side. That's how badass this man was. He had 5 fucking Bronze Stars. And I'm a combat veteran, and you got to be a gangster to get one of them motherfuckers. He had 5 in Vietnam as a black man. So that probably means he really had 15, 20 of them motherfuckers. You know what I mean? You know how I go. Mm-hmm. But this man was a father to me. If I had not met this man, I would not be where I am today. Rest in peace, Homer Brandon. We love you. Let's start the show.
Oh, man. It's how many great lives do you think have just gone like without the recognition or without the like love they deserve? You're like, I mean,
especially amongst black men, bro. A lot, bro. We live in a society that's uncomfortable knowing that black men are doing the same things that they do. And it's not the fault of white people, because they have been brainwashed to believe that they are better and that society doesn't function without them. And they watch these media outlets that tell them that you're being hated and you should have fear. And what happens is, like, there are people like, I know some bad motherfuckers, bro, that are black. And you'll never know their names. They won't get the love of Chris Kyle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're not going to get that. It's just like, it's something about that where they're not going to get it. And that's unfortunate, but we're going to honor your fucking ass today, Mr. Brandon. We love you.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you're a combat vet, so it's like you witness it firsthand. You've told me some of the racist shit that happened to you when you were in the military. Yeah. And it's like, that's been happening. It's been happening for a long time. We're close to Jacksonville. There's a big base out here, Marine base, Camp Lejeune. Crayons, sold out everywhere. Yeah. Can't find those. But rare commodity. But there's a monument in Jacksonville for, I believe it was the black man that served in World War II. I believe it was World War II. I could be wrong on this, but the point is, like, how many were sent to the front lines in the very beginning from the Civil War. Oh, immediately. Like, starting there, it's like wars have been fought traditionally by putting the poor up front, and especially the poor black men.
And they would survive, and they would thrive. There's multiple stories of them sending black men, especially in World War II, and they would have their own platoons. They would send them on suicide missions, and they would come back. They would survive and come back. And it's I forgot where I was going with this, but it all stems from like hate, man. And hate is fucking weird, bro. Every person I've come across that had the symptoms of hate or were just outwardly hateful, they all had one thing in common, one common denominator. they were dumb as fuck. I like watching, one of my favorite shows, How to Catch a Predator. You know it. Yeah. That's one. Chris Hansen is the man, bro. This dude's hilarious.
That or Blue's Clues.
Yeah. Shut the fuck up. But like, I noticed one thing they all had in common. They all were all dumb as fuck. They were incredibly dumb. And I was like, and look at the elites that are in the Epstein files. If you pay attention to those Epstein files, you're like, why did you send this in the email?
Yeah.
People think that when you're rich, you're smart. Mm-hmm. That's not the case. Mm-hmm. You're just good at counting. Mm. You're good at saving your patient. That doesn't make you intelligent. Mm. And what happens is these people are very lucky. They were born into situations where they didn't have to come up from poverty. Mm-hmm. And it was much easier for them to thrive. And now they're stupid as fuck and rich as fuck. That's the reason why this shit is going down. Like, only ignorant people do shit like that. You don't find a wise intellectual scientist preaching the shit that these people preach.
Yeah.
You're just not. You're not going to find that. And I think hate stems from like fear. What is the quote you said about hate and fear earlier?
Oh, that hate is fear that has found a target.
Right. Yeah. It's fear and it has a target, and now it can channel that fear into hate into something, and it feels productive to something that's dying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I've never thought strength of a hateful person. It's super weird. Like, why is it also synonymous with religion? I don't understand that. It's weird. Like, why? You know how many religious people I've had read scripture to me to justify the lack of empathy or justify violence, and they haven't been wrong, because there are sometimes you're gonna need violence and sometimes you're gonna have to lack empathy. I'm not saying that they're wrong, but how come they never pull the scriptures that talk about healing the sick or helping the poor or not being rich? How come they never pull those scriptures?
Yeah.
It's always God's wrath and never God's love.
We jumped so far into this conversation,
it's
like
hate.
In the beginning than I thought.
Shut up.
You're just like, you were like, the whole conversation we had planned, got it out in the first 3 minutes. Yeah. I was like, I had a whole progression of thinking, and you were like, I was like, this is where I thought we were going to end.
Yeah.
But I mean, we can bring it back, and we're gonna.
You can make fun of my ADHD.
That's what I'm doing right now. It's like I'm listening to you talking about, God damn it, bro. Like, we had a plan. You're like, we had a plan, bro. It's like, I feel like when they're like,
hey, first of all, Eli. The reason why I hired Eli, not just because he's my best friend. Eli knows how to keep my sporadic ass on the same page, because I have ADHD out of the ass. Like, it's so bad.
So do I, but ours is just different.
Mine's
so
black.
Yeah. yeah. So we're able to control each other. Pause.
Oh, that was
but
real.
I wanted to so I was circling all the way back when you started talking about how dumb the people in charge are and how that hate is presented. I was telling you about this movie I watched. I'm pretty sure you already watched it, so I'm not ruining anything. But the Leave the World Behind, it's that one with that the Obamas had produced. But at one point, one of the characters is describing this rich client that he worked with that was like an elite in society. And the client made a joke to him at one point about he was going away on a business trip to meet with the evil cabal, and they were all like getting together to like plan the world and stuff. And then right before the stuff went down in the movie, he talked to that client again before, and he made a joke to the client about like, oh, you're going away to the evil cabal again. And the client was like, no, that like doesn't exist. Like, it's worse than that. No one's in charge. And I think that's like something that even the naivety of like how I thought society was ran growing up is like, we talked about like the Illuminati before, like that doesn't exist. People, I think, accredit the people in power too much. We give them too much like
way too
praise.
Much.
And we
Obama actually talked about that. He talked about when he got in office and he got with the world leaders, he realized that these people were just lucky.
Yeah.
They're not what you think they are. They are really lucky dumbasses. They're really lucky dumbasses, and no one runs the world.
Yeah.
And I think that's a comfortable feeling to give people, because it feels much more chaotic not having an Illuminati.
Yeah.
Or some type of devil that's making all the evil. But the truth of the matter is, money is running all of this shit. Yeah. Money's running all of this shit. You know?
Like, it's both comforting and concerning, where it's like you almost wish that the people in charge had more agency and more like I remember like a while ago, I was like wrestling with this idea of like exponential growth, right? Like the whole idea is like year over year, businesses and economies are supposed to grow like a certain percentage. Right. And I was like, that's obviously not sustainable. We live with finite resources, at least on Earth, and we're trying to exponentially grow every year. And I was like, how does that work? And I looked into it, and I'm like, there's clearly a bottleneck here. And I know that the people that are controlling a lot of how money moves in the world see that. And I was like, why are they not doing anything? I'm like, oh, because they're not that intelligent. I'm thinking they're more intentional and planned than they are. And it's just as simple, like they're just like me and you. They have these emotions. They're greedy. They're horny. They have to take a shit sometimes. And they're just fucking rich people.
Normal.
Yeah, who just are able to make bigger decisions than me and you. And it's like part of me is like comforted in the fact that you don't need to be this exceptional human to like reach a high level of ability to make change in the world.
But it's also disturbed by that same reason.
Yeah, and you're like, damn, bro.
Disturbed by that same reason.
These people just like found their way there.
How do you feel? Like, I feel like now that I'm getting a lot of great feedback from this podcast, by the way.
Yeah.
Like people are, especially men. My neighbor Cody, when he came to me, he told me how important it was for us as men to be doing what we're doing and trying to get more men to be more emotional and open up, you know? And that felt a lot because Cody's a man's man.
Yeah.
Dude works with his hand. He hunts, hella guns, conservative white dude, Christian, and one of my favorite neighbors, you know?
Yeah.
And dude wants more men to be more emotional. And I'm saying that to say this. Since we've been doing this and I've been getting good feedback, how do you feel about the bad? Like, how do you feel about the haters? Now, there's all types of hate is a spectrum. It's a spectrum. It's like you've got your, I'm just not going to like shit. I'm just going to watch him. I'm not going to comment. I'm not going to share. I'm not going to say nothing unless I disagree with this motherfucker. You got that at the very end of the spectrum. And then at the other end of the spectrum, you got, I'm going to cut this nigga dick off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you got cross burning, fucking, you know what I mean? Evil shit at the other end of hate. And I've been dealing with for a very long time as a fighter. When I started fighting, I started doing well. I started training with world-class guys and putting hands on them. And I started getting really, really fucking good, and I started to gain traction. And it looked like I was going to go somewhere. The support bothered me too, believe it or not. But the hate didn't bother me. It just made me see like, oh, man, this only gets worse. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The more successful I become, the more hate I'll get. And at first I was afraid of it because of the success comes with hate. And now I'm in this place where I see hate as like a rite of passage to success. Yeah. It's like when I get tattoos, I'm not getting no numbing cream, bro. I want to feel the pain. Like that's the whole point of the tattoo. Not everyone can have one. It's a story to tell. I want the pain, bro. I want to say I sat in this chair for such and such hours getting my chest tattooed, my collarbone tattooed.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It's me and you have experienced hate in very different ways, and it's so funny to me because like how many times this scenario that me and you
it's a clip.
Okay. How much longer? We should do it again sometime. Yeah.
It's wild, I'm sorry.
Hate how now I feel like riled up, like my feathers feel ruffled. Yeah.
Every time a nigga touch a white man, they get riled up, man.
I had all these thoughts, and now they're just like the blood flow is changing my body. No, but how many times has this happened to us though? Like over like the 10 years, like we'll go out in public, and you are who you are, and you get attention, and at some point, doesn't matter man or woman, some person gets bothered by something you said or did, and they start like doing this thing where like they start like arguing with you basically, and then like they lose the argument because you're a god at arguing. Like you're not like gonna lose the verbal debate.
I won't argue unless
their insecurities start coming out, and they start doing this thing where like they start trying to find a way to knock you down, right? And then like it just doesn't work because of the way that you approach the conversation. And almost every time I notice this happens,
they attack your ass.
They start attacking me, bro. bro. Every time, dog.
They always go to your
every
white
time,
ass,
bro. They'd be like, and they turn to me, and I'm always like, yeah. And then it's always that because I'm like,
who's the little bald head white dude?
Yeah. And they start attacking me, and it's so funny to me because like I just learned how hate presents itself so different between how you are perceived, where it's like, I don't think they think you're an easy target. I think I used to tell you this. I used to bring you around people intentionally because I knew that you would expose stuff about the people. Like they wouldn't be able to hide who they really were. Like after you left, they were gonna say something negative about you, or they were going to say things that was going to say a lot to me about the kind of person they were. And I'm like, I knew you so well that it's like, I don't question your character. Like, you're a flawed person. You say shit that's wrong all the time.
Yeah.
But it's like the way that they would just be like, not like you. And I would try to figure out why. I'd be like, why? I'm like, what? He was too loud? They're like, no, it's just like, I didn't like what he was saying. I'm like, what though, specifically? And it was always like very ambiguous. And I realized over time, it was just like, they were bothered that they weren't able to, they were competing and they were trying to put themselves above you, right? And when they realized they couldn't do that, they had to like find a way to punch down, and then I become that target a lot of times.
What's weird is maybe this is my experience. I want to be honest here and not just be, I want to be forthcoming with my honesty. I don't want to just blame anyone, but in my experience, it seems as if black men aren't supposed to be confident. It's like, I just watched a white coach they asked him why he won. It was recently too, why he won or something like that. He was like, we win, that's what we do. You know what I mean? Everybody, they applauded him for that. And I was like, yeah, that's true. There's nothing wrong with that. But how come when black people do that, it's arrogance? It's like Deion Sanders, people fucking hate him, and he's like the most caring, loving, and he's a follower of Christ.
Yeah.
And they fucking despise him. Cam Newton, they can't stop talking about the fumble.
Yeah.
I'm like, we notice who it is. It's always these white dudes with these shades on.
Yeah.
It's like, why can't you guys, what is wrong with y'all? Like, why do you have so much emotional hatred for someone who has no effect on your life whatsoever? Like, it's almost as if we're not supposed to be confident. They've been told that we're beneath them. This is the people who believe in hierarchy. They believe that there's classes. Like, I am above you, you're above them. And when they see that that's not true, it fucks with their idea of reality. You know what I mean? What they never do is go back and check and see if their reality is actual reality. What they do is they double down and they challenge your existence. You know, instead of like looking in the mirror, but like, damn, I see all these black people doing well. Is what I was told true? Yes. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like it's like, what is it? Remember 1984? Don't believe the evidence that's in front of you.
Yeah.
Like, that's what's happening right now. We just watched a man get murdered in cold blood, and the government come out and say, nope,
yeah.
You didn't see that. That's not what happened.
Yeah.
We're in an ugly place in society because of hate, and because we allowed hate to exist. And freedom, I love freedom, but I also know that freedom will be our downfall.
Yeah. Because
you also have a right to hate. You have a right to be stupid as fuck too.
Yeah.
And that is easier to do. It's much easier to be stupid as fuck.
Let's tell them about the debate we were having last night. Should Down syndrome people be allowed to vote?
Oh my God. Man.
So this is what we're talking about. Let me give you a little context.
Hey man. Hey, first of all, we already here
now. Yeah, we're in it. I don't know.
We're here now, man. Listen, man. I believe there should be an aptitude test to vote. I am not going to specifically say Down syndrome people shouldn't vote like Eli just did, or maybe I said last night. Yeah. We're going to let him go out the fry by himself.
Yeah.
All right. Man, I feel like it's not about Down syndrome people. It's about people who don't have aptitude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I hate that you did that. We're going to get our ass handed to us. It's a clip.
I know. I'm trying to think of a metaphor, but I know I'm going to dig the hole deeper. So I was right now trying to like make an analogy for driving. It's like you have to pass a driving test, right? But imagine if a person came in, they didn't have hands and they were blind. You know what I mean? Like, the freedom, do we give everyone the equal freedom to get a car and drive?
I believe there should be an aptitude test to have a baby.
Yeah.
There should be an aptitude test to vote. Because your vote can help or destroy people's lives. And we think about voting as, it's a right, and it is a right. But you have to think about it, that's the surface level. It's a right, right? Underneath the surface, your vote can have person illegally deported because you heard them speak Spanish. And that is happening. It is a law now. Well, these federal agents, if they hear you speaking Spanish, they have a right to try to arrest you.
Yeah.
I'm not making that up. Look, you can fact check me right now, bro. That's a law, bro. Like, so like I forgot what I was talking about because I have ADHD.
Yeah, it's okay because I know what I was going to say because I wasn't even listening to your thought. I was just getting ready to say what I was going to say next. And Down syndrome people have they don't have hate in their heart though, right? So it's like, you know, like as much as we're joking, like don't get it wrong. Like,
hey, these niggas, Down syndrome people live on a roller coaster.
Yeah.
And not because their life is up and down, because these niggas always happy.
Yeah, there's a young man with Down syndrome in this area that me and Trey both became friends with separately. Yeah, and we have both had such a like heartwarming, funny experience with him and his dad. And part of this conversation was like what we were talking about here is hate, and this person has nothing but love in their heart.
Yeah.
Right. So when we're talking about like making the joke of like should people be able to vote, really what we're talking about here is like we have all these people in society. I'm happy you brought up 1984 because I think it's crazy how much there's like literature and reference in culture that's like that whole book is about what's happening right now. And I was explaining this concept to you the other night about history repeating itself. And I always argued against that. And you agree with me where it's like history doesn't repeat itself. But what I have noticed is that human psychology hasn't changed. That's what's happening. Right. So when we talk about why does hate continue to resurface in society, and it keeps flaring up
because we keep giving it power.
Yeah,
we allow it to exist. Like hate's gonna always exist, but if you hate, you shouldn't have the power to vote. Like how can we progress as a country if you're voting for us not to progress?
Yeah,
like that should be. I believe progressing as a country should be bare minimum. Like you cannot vote against this. It ain't even allowed. Like to progress as a country, it's like it shouldn't be up to the voter.
Yeah.
It should be like, that's what you do. Like the rest of the world progresses. Are we going to just stay back? We're going to go back to how it used to be and watch them surpass us? It's like the thing with AI. It's like, of course, AI is going to take jobs. And I hate that. But if we don't continue forward, our enemies do.
Yeah, like the nuclear bombs. Like,
it's like, okay, no, I don't want nuclear bombs, but like we gonna let Russia and China have them, and we gonna just sit back and be like, no, that doesn't work like that. You know what were we talking about? We were, and I agree. But
Bad Bunny last night at the Grammys, he had said, "Hate fuels hate. The only thing more powerful than hate is love."
Bullshit. I fuck with Bad Bunny, by the way.
Yeah.
No, this is not a political thing like that. But let me tell you something about love being stronger than hate. That is not true. It's so far from the fucking truth. Hate is always stronger than love. Love outnumbers hate. That's the reason why love survives. Yep. Motherfucker, love is lazy. Motherfuckers love you. Yeah, exactly. Love is lazy. Love is gonna watch. It might watch my fight. It might show up. It might buy a ticket. Hate is buying a ticket. Hate is coming to see me lose. You understand? Hate, like if a motherfucker hurt your mom, hate will make you pull up 6 hours away. You'll drive 6 hours to beat somebody's ass because of hate. If you love that motherfucker, you might not show up to the wedding.
Yeah, it's a motivator.
Hate is the biggest motivator, bro. That's the reason why we see what's happening today. Yeah. Hate is a bigger motivator than love. Love just outnumbers hate. That's the reason why love always conquers hate. Yeah. Not because it's supposed to, but because it's more people who love than hate.
Hate always loses. And this is why I started talking about like the historical examples where hate keeps flaring up and this is why we jumped too far into the conversation in the beginning is we wanted to wrap or tie this into fear. And this is why this is where this connects is what hate is or what fear is ambiguous. It's uncertain. It's like you don't know. It's like you're in the dark and you don't know what's coming. You don't know if there's tigers out there. You don't know what to be afraid of, right? Hate is that emotion channeled. And fear is the greatest motivator. We know this from psychology. There's a good example of I forget the experiment and a lot of the details, but they show how like a rat is more likely to run away from like the scent of a cat or like thinking it's being basically pursued by a predator than it is to work towards a reward like food or water. Right? Yeah, so like fear is the number one indicator of motivation. Like a person, people in poverty. That's why you see so many success stories of people who get it out the mud, people who like come up from the bottom is like that fear that like uncertainty, like that's gonna get your ass moving in the morning.
Yeah,
you don't know where the next paycheck's coming from. Yeah.
The fear of being a minority is the hugest motivator right now. I forget what I was gonna say. Damn it.
I got more to say, so I'll keep going because fear is that's the thing that keeps people going, and this is why I was talking about like we keep seeing fear and hate being used. Is like I think what happened like early like World War I, World War II, is that they figured out at that time how useful it was to get people to in-group tribalism through hate, but they didn't fully understand the psychology. And now I think it's like more understood where, not to give these people too much credit, but like they know how to use it. A really good example, I think I was talking about the Paul brothers, like how much it bothers me. Like it was so obvious to me from the beginning what Jake Paul was doing with the boxing. Yeah. He was like creating hate. And I was like, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying if I like or dislike the guy, but I don't have a reason to hate him.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
he's really good at getting emotional people. Yeah. This is what politicians do. And they're so emotional that they can't see. I see it with fighters all the time and it pisses me off. I like, y'all are, bro, 99% of fighters are dumb as hell. Mm-hmm. Like fighting in itself is dumb. And I'm a fighter. But like, I don't know very many intelligent fighters. I could probably name 2 or 3. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like actually intellectuals. And I train with most of the ones that I know. You know what I mean? But like they have this mindset of I forgot where I was going again. Shit. What was I saying?
They have this mindset. You're talking about fighters and how rarely they are intellectuals.
Yeah. It's they are so emotional. Like when they watch the fights, they're so fans. I'm like, you sound like one of the you ain't gonna make it. Your ass gonna be 2-7. 3-9, or you're not gonna make it because your mind already is wrong.
Yeah,
you don't you're thinking like a fan and not like a fighter. You are a fighter. Why the fuck are you emotional about what Conor said? You know what I mean? Why are you emotional? Yeah. It's a part of the show. They're selling tickets. Like why are you as a fighter caught up in that part of it? When Conor and Floyd were amping up. When they was talking shit to each other, everybody was like, yeah, Conor called him a monkey, and Floyd said this. And I was like, them niggas best friends. That's what I was like,
a great time.
Them niggas finna be rich as hell. They best friends. And as soon as the fight was over, Conor had a black eye and a thing of whiskey in his hand. He was hugging Floyd. And they was talking in the press conference. He was like, man, he's so composed. You know what I mean? I'm a terrible Conor. That's my favorite fighter, by the way. You know what I mean? But like, we feed into the emotion. And when I talk to people, they're like, yeah, you're right. And then they go right back to it.
Yeah, they don't learn.
How do you admit that you're full of shit and then go continue doing the shit? You know? Yeah. Or you know what I like? I ain't gonna say no names. The people who go, I don't think he's a good person, but I like his policies.
Yeah.
Nigga, name one person that wasn't a good person, that was seeking power. Not only power, but to be the most powerful person in the world. Let's take these factors. He's not a good person. He wants to be the most powerful person in the world. And when he got there, he did the right thing. Name one motherfucker. Yeah. Your logic is so flawed. Yeah. Name a person in history that you knew was a bad person and they got in power and they didn't do the bad thing. It's so dumb, bro. Let's go back to hate.
Yeah.
Let's go back to hate because I'll go on and on and on. Man.
Are we still in there?
No, we're not. We were way off. And that's okay because people like us because I'm black and you're white. And it
people like us, John likes us.
Yeah. So check this out.
We're his favorite.
How have you felt about the negativity we've been getting? Like, and not all the negativity is overt. Yeah. A lot of it's covert and it's all hidden. And it takes pattern recognition and shit like that. And to notice that people aren't really fucking with us. What's funny is that as a fighter and as a podcaster now, the most love I've ever gotten aren't from the people closest to me. It's weird. It's almost
people on the outside.
Yeah, it's always people I don't know. Yeah. But my biggest fans, the biggest people I've never met in my life, bro. It was the greatest feeling as a fighter. Like these people would inbox me. They just loved my story. They loved me. This one guy inboxed me. It was a video of his son. It was my debut for BKFC. Yeah. And the guy who backed out said he broke his arm and fought somebody else who fucking pussy. He fought someone else. And the dude was like, man, his son, they went and saw it. And they were really upset that I wasn't there. And I was like, man, I don't even know this guy.
Yeah.
I don't even know this guy, but I can't get my closest friends to come to my fight. Like, I can't get my family to come to a fight, but, like, the people who don't know me, like, the people who weren't the closest to me are the biggest supporters. And I say that to say this because I really want to get on these motherfuckers. I see entrepreneurs all the time fucking complaining about the lack of support they're receiving, right? I'm not complaining about the lack of support because I know you have to get it out of the mud.
Yeah.
You have to get it out of the mud for them to invest their time and love and support. And what you have to show them that what you have is worth watching. Like, so especially amongst like up-and-coming rappers or entertainers and stuff, they'll post their stuff and they'll be like, man, y'all support Lil Wayne, y'all support Linkin Park, you support all them nigga. Them niggas already set in stone what they can do.
Yeah,
they've already shown what they can do. Of course, I'm gonna go buy Lil Wayne's album, J. Cole's album. He's shown me 10 times what he can do, nigga. This your first song.
I think that's.
I'm supposed to. What they want is you to. They want you to give them the support, not them earn it. And I want to earn that shit. I want to get it out the mud. I don't want your fucking support if you ain't supporting me.
Yeah.
I don't want your fucking support.
Me and you have already had this conversation outside of this. Like, we both embrace what this journey is, because a lot of this podcast is like going to represent me and you, like our growth. You know, it's like if we fail at this, I think we fail at the mission we set out to do in our personal lives, which is like to keep that accountability, keep that growth, and like continue to develop as people. And I've noticed with the podcast, the feedback I've been getting back so far is, first of all, I come from like an overwhelmingly supportive family. I have so many friends and family, so I've had a lot of positive feedback. I've had a lot of my close family and friends who have been like, it's so cool seeing you're doing this. At the same time, what I've noticed over the years, and this is like tying into like how I've always said people's reaction to you is like, I get a lot of this, like, I remember I've been attacked a couple times. People will be like, you're just saying what Trey says, or you're just like agreeing with him. And I'm like, I always felt offended. Like, I was like, do you think I can't think for myself? Do you think that I don't think critically?
Right.
I'm like, you trust my judgment outside of this conversation, right? So it's like, why do you think because me and Trey had an agreement on this is like, now I'm just taking his word as gospel?
Right.
You know, it's like, and I trust you a lot. Like, I trust your judgment. Most people I know don't do the thing where they don't like cite their source, or not cite their sources, but they don't check their sources, or they don't like check themselves, and they don't have the emotional regulation or control you have. And shout out my cousin Uriah. Me and him have like really gotten close over the last couple of years, because like I've helped work with him, and we had this conversation the other night where we started arguing about just bullshit we were talking about, and it started getting like argumentative, and I was like, hold up, bro. I was like, this is like neither of us have any skin in this game. Why are we like arguing? And he realized it, checked it in the moment, and then like we went on to have like the next hour of a very productive and insightful conversation. He's grown so much. And like I'm so grateful to see the example of people that I've been able to reach. And this is where like I know the podcast is going to get us mixed feedback. Is there's going to be people who are going to just see the sound bites from it, or they might listen to a couple episodes, and then we finally say something that they're like, oh shit, I didn't know they thought that, and then that pulls them out. And it's like, I don't know if it's going to do what we hope it is, but like the hate that we get is I'm okay with it, because I know it represents success, but also represents people who are like scared to engage with the stuff we talk about, and like scared to like, how often do me and you like we've never yelled at each other, like we've never been like what the like, you know what I mean, like, and I know what that is like our egos, like we've checked that so many times that it's like easy for me to sit at a table and talk about something that might hurt someone else. Like I can talk about white and black issues. I mean, you can talk about those things without feeling like attacked on each other.
No.
And
we trust each other emotionally. That's why it's like, I know that if you said something, I know you didn't have ill intent.
Yeah.
So I get to unpack that. I get to unpack what you said that'll probably offend another black person. I get to unpack that because I know Eli. I was like, okay, Eli said that for a reason. Let me unpack that. So we have the trust with each other. That's important. That's the reason why our first episode was about vulnerability.
Yeah.
And so that people can trust us. Like, look, when I go after black people, when I go after Hispanics, when I go after white people, go back to that first episode. So do you know this is not an attack on? This is not one of those podcasts. You know what I mean? We're gonna call it how we see it, bitch. We're trying to be like Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
We're trying to call it how we see it. And we see bullshit everywhere. Back to these fucking haters. Back to these fucking haters, bro. Look, man. The silent haters, bro. I know people that in the height of my career, I was watching them. I was paying attention to how many people were loving me. And And people were hitting me up that don't normally hit me up, and were calling me and texting me, and that bothered me more than the hate, bro. The fake support, the fake love. It was like, oh, I know him, so I'm a hit him up and see. Bro, I hated that shit about fighting, bro. I didn't like that. I know a lot of people who accept that. It's like, I wouldn't accept that. Remember I used to tell you about how all these the elitists, why they're falling apart, why Elon's at Trump, and Epstein hated Trump, and Trump hated, and they were all friends at one point. The reason being is because they're not actually really friends. Yeah. They're just rich and in the same circles. And if you lose that type of class and money, they're not fucking with you anymore. It's you have to think about it like this.
It's conditional.
Exactly. If I lost everything, I know Eli going to be there. Yeah. I know my girl Jessica going to be there. I know my kids are going to have my back. If I lost everything. And they don't have that.
Yeah. So it's so important to bring people with you. We were talking about this last night. You said you used to have this, you have this story, you can tell it better than me, about the when you were working with a tree cutting company and the owner had helped you out. And
first of all, Eric and Kurt Snyder from Snyder Tree Care in Taylor, South Carolina. Easily the best job I've ever had in my life. I'm going to let you tell the story, but I'm just giving a shout out to Snyder Tree Care. Free promo.
I mean, I think you should tell it because, just like he helped you out. And what did he say?
Fuck it. Eric and Kurt Snyder are two millionaire owners that own Snyder Tree Care. Easily my favorite job, man. I ate lunch in the tree with the squirrels. You know what I mean? Like I was around dudes that farted and spit and cussed, and we could bring guns to work. It was just like I was around fucking honestly a bunch of redneck conservative ass dudes, but I got to be a dude. Like, I appreciated I had a great job. And me and my ex-girlfriend Lindsay at the time, we had my son Israel. He was very young, and we were doing really bad. We were both bad with money at the time, and we were doing really bad. And I talked to Eric and Kurt about it, and they gave me like a $2,500 check that I never had to pay back. And I had to leave that job because me and Lindsay broke up, and I had to move back here. But those dudes looked out for me, and I'll never forget Eric Snyder saying, this is a quote I'll never forget. Eric said that it's not lonely at the top if you bring your friends with you. I'll never forget him telling me that. That shit stuck with me till this day because I know I'm going to the top and I'm taking my circle with me because it is lonely up there unless you bring the homies with you. And when he gave me a check for that, and I was like, man, I thought of that, but then like, that's one of the most core memories of my life. This conservative white dude, rich as hell, gave this black guy $2,500 he never had to give back.
Yeah, and man, it's crazy because like so much of hate and love, like how we're talking about, is like when someone does something that's selfless and they look out for a person that's so different than them like that, it shows the real empathy and the real love in the world, and how that moves is like the people who like the Eric Snyder. Like, I don't know him personally, but I know that dude doesn't want to be president of the world. I know that dude doesn't want power, from like the way that person would like look out for another person. Is like, it's so unfortunate that the people in charge and often the people who get power are the ones who want it. And it's never the ones who would be best at it.
Right.
It's sad.
Somebody said something, shout out to 4 Years a Slave podcast. That was they actually shot that here, which is crazy. Yeah. Somebody commented under, because I told him on that podcast that I didn't go to Ramadi, not because I was just suffering from Helston's death, but I just felt like I wasn't capable of leading. And you have boots under you when you go back. I just didn't want to go back, and I didn't believe in that war. But I also knew we had some leadership, like Pogues. 2-8 know what I'm talking about. Some motherfuckers we didn't want to go over there with. And it was I just felt like I would rather kick the door down than tell someone to kick the door down. And someone in the comment section said, that's exactly why I would want you as my leader. And that made me feel so good, man. Yeah. That was a great feeling because I still feel bad for not going back to Iraq with my bros. You know what I mean? But he told me, like, that's exactly why you would have made a great leader. And I was like, damn, man, now I'm really upset I didn't go back. Yeah. You know what I mean? With my boys, But I want the people to lead who don't want to lead.
Yeah, this like empathy is this thing that's like, I don't know if I think it can be taught, and I think it's developed, especially like it's important for like young children to be like broader. I think this is why integration is so important is like why segregation is so effective to fuel hate is like when you keep those differences, you keep those barriers up from people learning about other people, you're so much more likely to like it's easier to point the finger at this group of people and be like, they're the problem. Yeah. But like when you live right next to these people, you're in the same apartment complex, you're working together, you're like, oh, this is just a regular dude, you know? And it's like, so that's why I think so many major cities or more densely populated areas are more likely to be liberal leaning is like you have that.
They
like,
live with everybody.
Yeah, you have that mixture of people.
That they were told in rural society wasn't true.
Yeah. I think like, it just sucks for people. I'll try to articulate this last podcast, and I did a bad job of just like.
You suck though.
I know, and yeah, I'm dumb.
Cracker.
I'm dumb, and I'm a bro. Unfortunately.
I said cracker, Carly.
Yeah, cracker. Shout out.
Cracker.
What was I saying? You took me away.
Crackle.
Crackle.
It's crackle. A goddamn crackle. When a motherfucker say, if someone calls you a cracker, you're fine.
Yeah.
If someone says crackle, like crackle with like AH or UH at the end of that bitch, run for your life. Motherfucker racist in the motherfucker crackle is hard as hell. There's no R in that bitch. It's
not.
Yeah. Like nigger. I'm not scared of nigger. If I hear nigger, I'm getting the fuck out of here. Nigger is fucking 1920s. Like
yeah. It's so important for especially like white people to see black people see their character and see we didn't really talk about this yet, but the stereotype of like black men being absent fathers. And like when you talk about like we started this episode, you know, giving a shout out to Mr. Brandon, like rest in peace, like how present black men really try to be in their communities and how like hard we've worked against allowing them to be. But like in my experience, like I don't know my biological father. He didn't reach out to us 23. You know, I'm 29 now, still haven't ever had a conversation with him. All of my closest friends, you, Mike, Noel, Kendrick, I know so many black fathers that are so deeply present and love their children and their families so much. And it's like, I think a lot of the hatred, a lot of these like the groups of people that like don't see that is like it's hard to like recognize like, oh, that's just another good man trying to protect his family.
It's weird. Like you ever seen the I love going to the make this a clip right here. When you guys see posts of black men doing great things or especially when a black man's dating a hot white woman, not a fat one. That's I'm gonna get told. I'm gonna get ate up for that. It is what it is. I said it. Fuck! I'm gonna get ate up for that. But oh well. If he's dating a hot white woman, what's the comments gonna say? Single mom or some shit like that. They don't understand that we see what that is.
Yeah.
Like we don't get mad that you said single mom. We know you're worried about us stretching her vagina out. I know. They're gonna call him a bitch, a pussy, like these hard names. Like Kamala, they call her these hard names, bitch, pussy, hoe, and a whore. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like, I get like not liking her, but I've never called Trump any of these things, and he's a terrible human.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And what I think it is because they can't say nigger. So they say the next hardest thing that they can say. And they always tell the women that they look like a man or they got a dick.
Yeah, Michelle Obama. Yeah.
Exactly. Or Serena Williams or something like that. And then at the men, they try to make the men feminine. They try to make them soft. And what that tells me is, oh, you think the exact opposite. It's the extreme. It's like homophobes are gay. So they try to pretend to be the exact opposite of what they are.
Yeah.
So that you don't think that they are that.
Yeah.
So they go to the extreme. So they go, oh, you're not a man. Oh, you're probably a real man, actually.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, that's not a woman. She's probably a woman as fuck. You know what I mean? So they don't understand that when you express your hatred outwardly, some of us know what you're actually saying.
Yeah. Hate is so destructive.
Hey, go into the comment sections of hate shit. Look at who's doing the comment sections. Go look up Nick. Fuck hate you. Go look up Nick Fuentes.
Pull it up, Jamie. Pull it up. I've been saving that joke.
Good, I've
been saving that joke.
Hold up. Hey, go and look up all the racist people. Nick Fuentes, the Hodge twins, all these people who spew hate, and look at who's following them on Instagram. You'll be surprised at how many of your friends support this shit. I do it all the time. Go up right now, look up the hateful people that you know of, find their Instagram, and look at your friends who's following them. Look in the comment section when Deion Sanders posted something, when Cam Newton posts something, when LeBron posts something, and look at the pictures. I do it all the time. It's always a fucking white dude with red skin and a fishing pole in the background with a fucking, who the fuck drinks Budweiser?
Yeah, man. Hallelujah.
Praise Jesus. All right, let's go back to hate. Listen.
I hate that.
Listen. We see you. We know you're a hater just because you haven't said anything. Like, we know you're hating, bro. And it's cool. We good with that. Like, there are people, it's like when you start doing good, those same people who ignore you start responding to you. Oh, damn, I'm just not seeing this text.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like being available. There are people who don't make themselves available so they can appear to be more cool. I have gone through I know what it feels like. I'm an available friend because I'm a friend, motherfucker. That's why I'm available. I'm a friend. I don't make myself unavailable because I was too available last time. If I'm available for the homie. And a lot of men aren't like that. They try to make themselves unavailable. Man, I cut so many people off that don't know we're not friends anymore. Like, they don't know that we're associates because I pull up and I fuck with them. But we're not friends because I don't talk to you.
Yeah, and you don't reach out.
You don't reach out.
Yeah.
You don't reach out to me. You don't support. Like, I'm tired of being around people that tolerate me.
Yeah.
People have tolerated me. And I knew it for a long time, but for the sake of having friends, I kept tolerating being tolerated.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Because I didn't want to be alone, but now I'm in this space where I'm happy, man. I don't give a fuck. Hey, shout out to Melvin Weber. I forgot what your name is now, bro, on Instagram, but my dog Melvin has always been more mature than the rest of the group. Melvin used to say some shit to me, as simple as it sounds, but this shit is profound as hell. Melvin used to tell me, stop giving a fuck. Man, I don't give a fuck about them jokers, because he don't say the N-word. Yeah. He would say jokers and stuff like that. But Melvin used to tell me when we was kids, stop giving a fuck or what about people think about you. And then when I got older, that shit resonated, man. The less I gave a fuck, the more happier I became. So now I see hate as like progress. It's like, ain't nobody, I tell Trent this all the time, my daughter, ain't nobody hating on no homeless man. Ain't no pull up on a homeless man just like, you hate homeless ass nigga. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody pulling up on
they're doing worse than you.
Yeah, they're doing worse than you. When people hate on you, it's either because you're doing better or they think you can do better. People are hating, and then a lot of the hate just go quiet when the homies that kicked it with you, they talk to you all the time, they reached out to you, and then as soon as you start showing progress, they stop.
Yeah.
They stop. And that's okay. It's all a part of it. I'm in real time being aware of the hate instead of in retrospect. I'm looking at it right now and be like, okay, that sucked, that the homie not supporting me, but it's also a sign I'm doing the right thing.
Yeah. We've been trying to figure out for so long why people who have so much hatred in their heart are willing to do worse in their own life to make sure that other people aren't doing better than them. We were talking about the example of the guy with the minimum wage earlier, where he was like so against the minimum wage being raised, but he didn't have a real reason. And it's like, I've known so many people like that. I remember growing up in the like rural white town I grew up, it was like there was so much pushback against minimum wage. And now that I'm older, I'm like, why are we always fighting against things that are going to benefit people, like Medicare? And we're fighting against like providing quality medical insurance to people, or raising minimum wage, or universal basic income,
or pray like them, or think like them to be happy.
Yeah,
that white supremacy does not exist.
Yeah,
let me tell you that right now. White supremacy has never existed. White supremacy will never exist. Because it's dependent on other people suffering. That's not supremacy, homie. Imagine if you found out LeBron was spiking everybody's drinks before the games. You're like, nigga, I thought you was the GOAT. Like, I thought you was like, why'd you got to do that? If you supreme, why you got to make sure your competition can't compete?
There's like Gladiator at the end of the movie where he cuts, injures Russell Crowe.
Exactly.
That's
exactly what it is. Motherfucker, if everything's on an even slate, what the fuck are you worried about? Like, bro, black people have had the worst type of shit that happened to them in America more than anybody. And we've never, ever, 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 ever created a hate group to harm white people. all of their racial groups have been created to defend themselves from white people. White people are the majority and have all the power and still create hate groups to kill and keep other people down. Nazis, Klan members, Proud Boys. Yeah. They still have these groups. And I'm like, yo, why are you this insecure? How you got the power and you insecure? Demographics.
Yeah.
The demographics scare the fuck out of them. And the reason why it only scares racist white people, the ones who think that we're going to do to them what they did to us. But we don't think like you. You don't have a fucking invite to the cookout in the comment sections. Black people always trying to find a way to bring white people into their shit.
Always.
We always trying to include you motherfuckers. White people are not an inclusive people. They're not.
At all.
They're not an inclusive people. We are. Yeah. We cannot wait to include white people in our festivities. Anytime we see a white person enjoying our festivities, like, yeah, that's one less racist motherfucker.
Yeah.
That's how we view it.
I remember like a couple years ago, I said something to you about Wilmington being super diverse, and you're like, bro, it's like very small diversity. It's like mostly white.
Yeah.
I'm like, no fucking way. Like all the people I fuck with, all my friends are like mostly mixed, black, you know, like my friends were very diverse. And you're like, it's not like that at all. And like what I've realized is like black people are just inclusive. Like as soon as I moved to the city, it was just always black people that fucked with me. And like I just didn't have friends yet. And I found some white friends, and you've seen how that's played out for me several times. I have like a string of white friends in this area that I tried to bring with me. I tried to push them forward, and it just always kept backfiring. And it used to really bother me. And now I'm looking back, and like that insecurity and that hatred, and so much of it is self-hatred too. It's like to be like fully transparent, like we fully aware, we know that these hatred people, these people are spewing this. We know they're not actually Christians and they're not actually conservatives. You know what I mean? I know some very loving people in all of these groups, but it's like these people that have the hate, a lot of it is like, it's just, they use those as covers. And the people that are really out there like doing the damage in the world are the ones that like when they look themselves in the mirror, they're like, damn, like they.
I have to give a disclaimer real quick. I love white people.
Yeah.
Genuinely, bro. Yeah. Nigga, look, I got a fleece pullover.
Yeah.
From Wrangler, nigga. like I love white people, bro. From you to Heg to Jay White to Greg to Jake to Kurt to Jake's kids to Tommy, like all of my friends, bro, like, and my neighbor Cody, like they are genuinely really good people. I love white people to death. So when I speak on white people, I'm talking about like, I hate that I'm speaking in general, but it's for the sake of time and lack of better words.
Yeah.
But like, obviously white people are awesome.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like white people are genuinely awesome people. And I hate that there's a lot of them that aren't.
Yeah.
There's a lot more of them that aren't. Not, I wouldn't say a lot more. I would say 30% of them aren't shit. You know what I mean? And that's probably with any race of people. Yeah. But because you have the power, it makes it easier to hate white people. You get what I'm saying? And I think that's kind of fucked up. It's like, damn, that sucks to be like born with white skin, and it's like being born black skin and just being treated like shit. But now it looks like it's starting to flip a little bit, where it's okay to shit on white people. I'm like, damn, this shit's got to stop. Like, it shouldn't be a like it's your turn type thing. It's just got to stop. Like, and it sucks that what sucks is going to be black people to stop.
Let's break the cycle.
It's got to be black. It sucks that we didn't create the cycle, but it's got to be us to be like, I want to punch you back in your mouth, but it's just going to make you punch me in my mouth. Then my dad punch you in your mouth, and then just so on and so forth.
We're always fighting. We're going to keep fighting forever.
It's going to take the person who's been punched in the mouth to say, I'm not going to hit you back. Yeah. And that's what Martin Luther King was on. You know? And you don't think it's funny that white racist motherfuckers always using Martin Luther King to get black people to stay in line, but they live their lives like Malcolm X.
Yeah.
Which is funny. They want black people to be like Martin Luther King and turn the other cheek. But if I hit them in the face, they gonna shoot me on their front lawn like Malcolm X.
Every time.
Why the fuck we have to be like Martin Luther King, but y'all get to be like Malcolm X? Don't tread on me. Nigga, that's Malcolm X. That's Malcolm X. Yeah. Malcolm X is don't tread on me. But when those same don't tread on me flag bearing motherfuckers posting Martin Luther King quotes to get black people to be in line,
I hate you.
I'll spit on you all day. Crackle.
Pause.
This thing's girthy, man.
Yeah, is it? Yeah.
John, did you mow this after your death?
Speaking of, I mean, we got 4 minutes left. So, do you think hate would be as bad as it is if everyone had the same dick?
We did this last time. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't, bro. Why we always end up on dick, bro?
We're going to always find a dick.
Pause.
Always going to bring dick in it. It's always going to end with dick. Just so you know.
Man.
Episode 200.
Hey, listen, there's silent haters. There's loud haters. You have haters. When I look at my haters now, and I know what they are, some of them are going to turn into support. Mm-hmm. Some of them are going to run away. It's all part of the plan. And I have to accept that I'm going to lose friends along the way. But I'm not upset because I'm not doing anything wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm challenging my insecurities. I have insecurities at the yin yang, but I challenge them. I do them live here. I will challenge my insecurities right here and right there. And so I don't end up like these motherfuckers. Because those motherfuckers look miserable. Every time their opposition that they've made up in their head, their competition does well, they get miserable. Nigga, when somebody doing good for me, I'm like, go get it, bro.
Yeah.
Go get the bag.
I love seeing people win.
Man, Bronson, shout out to Derek Bronson, text me the other day. I ain't gonna put his business ventures out there. You know what I mean? But he had some business ventures going on. I was like, bro, go get the bag. Go get the bag. Yeah, that's one less broke motherfucker.
Yeah.
Why it's so much money out there in love, bitch, because you ain't ambitious, bitch, be ambitious with me? Or like, what is this, man?
Stop being the crabs in the bucket, pulling people down.
Yeah,
let's
man.
push people forward. And if that gets misunderstood in the words and the things that we're trying to say, and like the cussing and the way that we talk, like if that gets lost in translation, like let me make it very clear. Like I want to see other people doing good. I want to do good myself. I want to support other people. I want to see Down syndrome people be able to go to every John Cena concert possible. I want to be able to, like, you know what I mean? Like, I want people to do well, and I've fallen short in a lot of areas in my life. I know I've hurt people. I've hurt my closest friends. I've hurt you before, and you've forgiven me. It's like, I know what that looks like to, like, to have that decision and, like, okay, am I going to, like, sit in this and, like, allow this fear to, like, build in my heart and in my mind, or am I going to challenge this and embrace it? And it's like, man, I have good days and bad days, but, like, I've had a lot of good days recently. And a lot of that comes from the fact that, like, how long me and you have just been, like, facing these things and trying to find the truth and trying to find the place to be, like, man, I want to move forward with the world, and we need to let go of this hate. Bad Bunny is right about that. You know what I mean? I agree with love is not strong enough to overcome it. But we need to find a way to push that, and it's so cliche, like ending this on like some like we all need to come together and love each other.
It's crazy. Bad Bunny is an American,
mm-hmm.
and he's preaching peace and love, and they fucking hate him. And racist. This is only hateful racist people. They believe that unity and equality is the end of them.
Yeah.
That's the reason why you're not going to see a hateful person or a certain political side saying equality, peace, and love, because those things don't help them demographically.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a hateful racist person, why the fuck would you want us coming together?
Yeah.
Like, why the fuck would you want unity? Yeah. Like, Bad Bunny, look, I don't know none of this dude's music. I don't speak Spanish. Dude's American. I don't give a fuck if he wasn't. I've never given a fuck about the Super Bowl music. I've never given a fuck, and now we give a fuck. They want, and this, what's this, TP USA? That's what it's called.
Yeah,
they're doing their own halftime show led by racist ass Kid Rock, and I'm like, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. But how can you be that fucking sensitive that you create a halftime show away from the Super Bowl?
Mm-hmm.
Are you that sensitive?
You can't be in the same room.
Like, what is going on? Like, how can you have this much? He doesn't speak. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
I don't care, bro. I don't like his music. But I don't care that he's in the Super Bowl. Like, I'm so tired. Bro, this is where I stand politically. I'm going to say it right here where I stand politically. Fuck Trump. I'm going to say it loudly. Fuck Trump, but not fuck conservatives. Fucking evil motherfucker that wants to destroy the Constitution, right? Where I stand, I'm pro-gun. I'm pro-gay marriage. I'm pro-freedom of speech, right? I believe you should carry your guns across every fucking state line. Right? I believe homeless people should be fed. I believe anybody should be rich. No one should be poor. I believe rich people should pay their fair share in taxes. I believe our troops should only fight in wars that are necessary. I believe that Venezuela was dumb as fuck. We're obviously after their fucking oil. Again, fuck Trump and his fucking racist ass pedophilia ring he's involved in. I don't fucking support Joe Biden. I'm not a fucking liberal. I am a fucking American. I might be more libertarian than anything. I like to consider myself an independent, but fuck evil. Fuck evil. Raise the minimum wage. Let gay people get married. Don't touch our fucking guns. And let us smoke weed, motherfucker. That's a clip.
I disagree. It's 3:01. So that is our ending statements. Everything Trey said, I don't agree.
Hey.
Thanks for watching. This has been Dumb Bros. Good luck shitting while you're
standing. Again, he is the co-host.
Yes. Once again, don't shit while you're standing. But if you do, make sure you do it at an angle.
Okay.
Cut that shit. Thank you. That was a good one. That was great.
I went in.
Yeah. I went out. Yeah, that was great.
I told you.
That was a great conversation.
I told you, bro.
That was really good.
Yeah,
that was a great conversation.
Yeah, we got clips out of it. How you feel, John?
That's so good. You enjoy it? That was good. You got a bunch.